Magnificent, as always, BC Camplight live in session with The Tent, which is a tune that we may well talk about in a short while. But Brian, would you mind introducing your band, please? A couple of new members.
Yeah, put on the spot here.
Mm-hmm. You do know the names, don't you?
Can't be expected to remember every band member.
No, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Jolin's playing like everything. Jessica Brownie's playing the guitar and singing. Tom Bellini on the bass. You got James Davis here, who is the newbie, but supremely talented. And the old head, the veteran, Adam Dawson on the drums.
Absolutely. Okay. And you're just sounding wonderful. As you say, there's a tour looming large. We will talk about that and give the dates out as well, of course. But starting the programme with Blood and Peanut Butter. And so... 20 years ago, who knew? I mean, that night obviously was just the start of something. When you came back to Manchester, you sent me Thieves in Antigua, as I remember, and you know, the rest really is history. But that night in Manchester, it wasn't particularly that occasion, was it? And the gig that you were doing afterwards that brought you back to Manchester, it was a fan kind of who kind of pushed in that direction, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, if you're listening at home or in your car and you're not familiar with BC Camplight, you can Wikipedia it. It's basically a Stephen King novel. It's, you know, it's pretty grim stuff.
A lot went on.
Yeah, a lot went on. But I was, I'm American, and I spent the kind of first 5 years of my career in Philadelphia, and things went pretty south pretty quickly. You know, like I have some addiction problems and things like that. But, you know, long story short, let's keep it light. I just said, I'm moving to Manchester because I had a good show there once. That's basically all I did. And there was a fan who was also a journalist named Marc, and he said, just come over here and I'll find you a place to stay, essentially.
Brilliant.
And that's what I did. I mean, it's not like it's been smooth sailing since then, but that's why I'm here, and it's changed my life. It saved my life coming to Manchester.
Of course. And, you know, I mean, you've mentioned all of the things that you've been through, some kind of traumatic and some quite public kind of, you know, visas and all that kind of thing went on, which it all went a bit mad. But there is a good memoir at the end of it, mate.
I actually just got approached by a publishing company to write my memoir, and I was insulted.
So have I joined the club?
Well, no, but you know, I'm in my 40s. I ain't done yet.
No, but it's just part one, mate.
Is that how memoirs work?
You know, you write one, I'll ghostwrite it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have it knocked off in a couple of days. It's fine.
Yeah, get a beer afterwards.
And so, your musicality, right? Okay, it just pours out of you. And so, when did you realise? Did you start kind of writing? What was the first song you wrote? How old were you?
Oh God, the music I wrote when I was young was what do you call it? Atrocious.
Right.
It was so bad. The first song I ever wrote was called "Raging for Your Love," and I thought it was the best thing that's ever been written. And it gives me kind of like the cringe in the shower sometimes when I think about how bad I used to be. But you know, like I was talking about this earlier. I don't think young bands and young artists are kind of given the chance nowadays to just be not very good with all this kind of social media and instant kind of this and that. I was not very good for a long time. And now I'm incredible.
Wow. Who could disagree with you? But no, you're exactly right, because the bottom line is that you can get your own laptop, you can get Bandcamp, you can record the first thing that comes to mind, and then it can be all over, you know, and you can send a link to a load of daft DJs like me who might actually like it. You never know.
You never know.
So growing up in public kind of thing. Okay, and so every time we reconvene with a new BC Camplight album, you always say to me, it's better than the last one.
Yeah.
And you're always right. Mm-hmm. Okay, I would agree with that statement. Are you a perfectionist? When you go in to record something like that, are you a hard taskmaster with everybody else and yourself?
Yeah, I think I let go a little bit on this record with being really controlling. I had a bit of a collaboration with Abigail from the Last Dinner Party, who did some bits on one song. And I think I'm realizing, as a part of my kind of artistic maturity, that I don't have all the answers, and so I'm letting people in a little bit more, like not too much. Just let I don't want the band to get excited, but I think I've always had this kind of credo that if things are going to be good or bad, I want them to be because of me. You know, if I put out a record that isn't very good, I want it to be because I made it not very good. You know, and if it's awesome, I want it to be because I made it awesome. I don't have that much control over other things in my life. This is the one thing that I have, so yeah, I'm going to hold it pretty tight.
I was going to say, when you say the one thing in your life, so have you got a plan B? Just say you decided that, nobody else decided, you decided, all right, I've had enough of show business. What would your plan B actually be?
I am dying to get into film and TV. You know, I'm thinking about taking a little bit of a break after this tour, a little bit, and really concentrating on film work and stuff. I'm so tired of people, like I'm talking about like actors and people, like famous people, that'll be like, why aren't you doing film? And my answer is always, I don't know. Somebody give me a film. So I'm going to kind of concentrate on that aspect of things, because my music is kind of so theatrical and
it is filmic. A lot of it is filmic, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think that's an avenue that I don't want to wait too long before I get into it. So that'll kind of be the next thing, and then I'll wait for the next tragedy in my life to happen to make the next BC record.
Don't say that, mate. Don't say that. And so you played The Tent. It's just a wonderful tune. The beginning of it makes me feel really anxious. You know, there are some sounds that just kind of make your stomach go, ooh, and the beginning of that, it was that the intention for it? Because it's a dark song anyway.
Yeah, well, there's nothing on the new record that's designed to make you feel comfortable.
No.
That's the thing. And you know, that was a conscious risk I had to take, because the previous record, The Last Rotation of Earth, was perhaps a little bit more universal. It was kind of like a breakup record, and this record has a lot more kind of sinister themes to it. So when I was making the record, I thought I can't be afraid about alienating some people and making some people feel a little bit nauseous, you know, because I'm not really interested in making the same record over and over. So if you feel a little bit bad in your belly, then I've done my job.
Mission accomplished. Oh, yeah. Excellent. Good to know. And so the tour is looming large.
Yeah, it starts on Thursday in Bristol at Electric, and then over to Leeds, and then...
I've got all the dates here, mate. You don't have to worry your little brain about that.
I only know two.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've got British Birds playing for you. That's on the whole tour, isn't it?
Yeah, but everything except for the Irish dates, I believe.
Right.
So they're going to be doing all of it.
Okay. And joining you, obviously, at the Manchester Apollo and the London Roundhouse, Badly Drawn Boy.
How insane is that?
Well, you know, it's just that's. I mean, Damon has been out opening for Squeeze and stuff. I mean, he doesn't need to seek attention, does he? He just wants to play.
Yeah,
and opening for you, he absolutely loves you. I know that much, and so it's probably an honour for him as well, as much as it is for you.
Well, yeah, we have this like kind of like weird relationship where I'm in awe of him, and he's always kind of been my goal of this is the kind of career I want to have. And then when I speak to Damon, I get the sense that he sees something in me that maybe I don't see, and then he's kind of being like, hey, how do you do that? And hey, when you make these records, and so we kind of have this kind of mutual kind of all of each other, which is really cool. So him agreeing to do this, the Apollo and Roundhouse, is just mind blowing to me, and it's going to be an insane night. Yeah,
and you know, myself, you, Damon, Michelle, Steve Hanley, we all went for a drink around about a couple of months ago now, and for an hour you just sat there with Damon and you just kept saying to each other, you're great.
Yeah.
No, you're great. No, you're great. It got really, really annoying for us, like, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is like, we both mean it. I you know, I'm forced to sit around other musicians and tell them they're great, and I rarely mean it. So it was really nice to be with somebody to be like, oh my God, Damon, I think you are incredible.
I tell you what is a strange thing for somebody who works on the radio in a job like this. So if somebody, like a friend, for instance, gives me a record and I don't like it,
yeah,
right, I can't say, yeah, it's great, lying through my teeth.
Yeah, but you do that, right? Because I mean, I've heard this about you. I mean, I mean, no, I'm saying, but like, you could have somebody that's close to you that say, hey, can you play this on the radio? And if you don't like it, it doesn't get on. Is that...
Yeah, I can't lie, because you see, if you're not got this job and your mate gives you a record, you can go, yeah, God, blum it, well waved and well there. If I do that, they go, oh, you're going to play it then? You go, nope. So yeah. It's a bit transparent, isn't it? But,
well, good, but that's where credibility comes from.
Well, I don't know about that, but anyway. So how much do I owe you for that?
Fine. Yeah.
That's great. So you've mentioned Electric in Bristol on the 30th, this Thursday. Then Saturday, Leeds Project House. You're playing London Roundhouse. Are you aware of the history of the Roundhouse?
No, tell me.
It's amazing. Well, you know what the actual building itself is.
There needs to be a train station or something.
And so it's a massive turntable. So the actual front end of a train, not getting too technical here, it would land on the turntable, and then they would turn it round and it would head off again.
Right.
That's the actual job of the building to begin with. But it's where the Doors only played 2 shows in the UK ever, and one of them at the Roundhouse. Hendrix played there. All the kind of psychedelic happenings with Pink Floyd and Hendrix and all of those was there. So it is a truly legendary venue.
Doors, Hendrix, BC Camplight doesn't get much more legendary than that.
Natural successor. So that would be Wednesday, the 5th of November, London, the Roundhouse with Badly Drawn Boy and British Birds. And then we've got the 6th, Cardiff Tramshed. We've got the 7th, Exeter Phoenix. We've got Newcastle upon Tyne, the Boiler Shop on the 12th of November. 13th, Glasgow, QMU. At the 14th, the O2 Apollo in Manchester. Really cannot wait for that. And then Sunday, the 16th of November, you play Rock City in Nottingham. I think that's everything, is it?
I have no idea.
Close enough, yeah. What's that?
Irish dates.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Irish dates? Well, yeah, I don't know. I've not got them.
Yeah, check my Instagram.
Yeah, all that, even though I don't have Instagram. Yeah. So, what are you going to do for us now, then? You've got 2 more tunes to do for us.
Yeah, I just wanted to do a song that was a bit feel-good, which isn't typically my style, and we've never done it here. So this is called I'm All Right in the World.
Brilliant.